Hello crafty friends, I'm Lean from Studio Kato and I'm so happy to be back with another video. This is the July release video hub for Altenew and I am sharing a beautiful colorful floral card for their video hub. Now as always there are prizes to win. You can find all of the information in the description below, but the short of it is that you get a chance to win one $100 gift card or one of four $50 gift cards. So there are 5 prizes to win. All you have to do is leave comments on each stop of the hub and Altenew will pick their winners. So yeah, just check out the Altenew Winners page in I think a week's time, maybe 10 days or something. Again, check out the description below for all of the information. Today I am using the Sulfur Cosmos stamp set and I am stamping that beautiful, gorgeous, stunning, large floral image onto some Nina Solar White cardstock with Versamark ink. So you can't see it, I stamped it 3 or 4 times just to be sure every detail was stamped nicely, because I can't really see it either, even if I tilt it in the light. But yeah, it's stamped nicely, and all I did was sprinkle on some gold embossing powder from Wow. I made sure every little bit was covered. Now this stamp is actually larger than an A2 size card. It's quite a bit taller, so just keep that in mind. You are going to sacrifice some of it. You're going to end up cutting some pieces off, but I really like the look of an image that is cut off at the end of the card, because that means it looks like it continues on beyond the card. I don't know, I just like it. Now this is the coordinating stencil set, and I really like what Altenew have been doing with their stencil sets lately. So their coordinating stencils usually these days have like all of the layers you need to color in the main image, but then they also have an extra stencil that is just a really great background stencil or just add some really fun texture to your background. And this Sulfur Cosmos set has the same thing, and I love it because it means you get a lot of more bang for your buck. You basically get a beautiful background stencil all with your layering stencils as well. So I love that because you can use that background stencil on any card project. You don't have to use it with this Sulfur Cosmos stamp set. It can be used for anything, and I really like the background stencil for this one as well. Now for the layering stencils, I am using a 2-tone look, so I'm going for a classic orange and pink combo. I'm mixing some inks from different brands, but I really want to call out this pink this pink set from Altenew, because especially the dark tones are probably my favorite pink tones I have in my ink collection, and I have a lot of pink inks. I also used a lot of pink inks. Yeah, they're so fun and unique. Now, I say that, and the dark colors don't really come much into play here on this card, but yeah, I really love this set. I will leave it linked in the description below along with all of the other products I've used today. It's definitely a good pink set to add to your collection because it's just a little bit different. The oranges I'm using are from Pink Fresh Studio. Those are my favorite orange inks as well, and I'll be using some greens from Pink Fresh as well later on. Now, even though I'm using 2 tones or 2 colors for these petals, I am doing the same thing as you normally would for a layering image set. I am moving to darker values with each layer. So there are 4 layers to this flower, and I'm using a darker orange and a darker pink each time I switch my stencil around. It's really easy. All you do differently when you're using 2 colors is you just blend only part of the stencil in with one color, and then you fill in the gaps with the other. And it can be random. It looks best when it's random. So yeah, don't think too much about it. For the greens, there's only one stencil layer. There are 2 different stencils to fill in all of the things, but you don't add any shading really with the second stencil layer. So I did make sure to add in a tiny bit of a darker green myself for those layers. Now for the background, I am only doing some partial stenciling. And I'm using some pastes here. I don't use a lot of paste, but this is the Lunar paste from Simon Hurley. I really like this. It's very smooth and it dries really quickly. I love how quickly it dries because that is what usually stops me from using pastes, the drying time. When I'm making a card, especially when I'm making a video, I am usually working under a time crunch because I always start too late. So I can't really wait for pastes to dry, and I always do my backgrounds last because the focal image is the most important. And if I am not entirely sure what that's going to look like, I'm not going to be starting on my background beforehand. So yeah, I really like how fast this dries. But other than that, it's just like any other paste. It's really easy to apply with one of those palette knives. You just smear it over the stencil and then you gently lift the stencil up, allow it to dry. Definitely clean everything you've used with the paste immediately because it's going to dry and get stuck on there otherwise. Once that was completely dry, I just glued it onto a top folding white note card, and I am going to prop up my floral image onto some foam tape. Now here you can definitely see that it's a lot larger than an A2 size card, so I am being pretty careful with my foam tape because I really hate having to cut through foam tape with my scissors. So I'm making sure that there's no foam tape too close to the edges of the card so I don't run my scissors into that foam tape when I'm trimming off the excess bits of that flower, like I'm doing here. I'm using the large Tim Holtz shears. These are not the latest ones. I have loved this pair for years now, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna switch. I like this one. These work. So yeah, these are my large scissors. I do want to say that I reach for my large scissors a lot more than I reach for the smaller ones or the normal sized ones. They're just very handy to trim off excess bits from cards. It's a lot easier to cut straight with them. For the sentiment, I stamped the hello with Versamark ink onto green cardstock, and I embossed it with that same gold embossing powder. I wanted to add some gems as well, but I wasn't sure about the ones at the top. And in the end, I decided not to add them because I really like preserving some bit of white space. It makes the card look a little bit more airy, and even though those gems don't take away too much space, it's just, sometimes it's better to just leave a little bit empty on your card. It just looks nice. I don't know how to explain it. It just does. So this is my card today. I really enjoyed making it. I know I haven't been posting a lot. That's been said in the last 10 videos, I think, which were months ago. Let's be real. So yeah, I am hoping to get back to it more regularly now I'm settled in to my new home and my new craft room. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to leave a comment for a chance to win one of those gift cards. Check out the description for all the other videos as well, so you can hop along and see more inspiration with the Altenew July release. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!